Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. We're going to do our daily technical analysis update on gold and silver. We're going to look at the dollar, 10-year, go through the precious metals complex. I threw copper in there as well, and then look at some ETFs and then some individual companies. Again, this is just my financial opinion. Please don't use it as advice. And we're going to get into the charts here. My technical analysis looks at candlesticks, the candlesticks that are being made. I look for large buying pressure, small selling pressure to show us that the buyers are in control. And then I also look for patterns. You combine buying pressure and selling pressure together and patterns, and that's basically all you have. All patterns, for the most part, is a form of momentum or velocity. You can kind of look at it from a physics standpoint. And I'm going to get into it in the uranium clip and do some training. So if you guys are interested in training, go to the uranium clip today, and I'll throw in some training there. And I talk about all these things. But we'll dive into the charts. If you guys watch this stuff on a daily basis, you'll see kind of where my head is at and where my paradigm's at. And I haven't found another better technical analysis trading from anything else. This is something that I've developed, kind of that I've noticed over looking at all these charts. I'm not as good at projecting prices, but I'm very good at identifying trends. And if you back this with all of the, we'll call it the valuations and the market conditions that I use, I actually more heavily weight valuations in terms of ratios and market conditions more than the technical analysis. I heavyweight the large big picture technical analysis view. I underweight the near-term stuff that we're kind of looking at today. So let's jump in here and give you my opinion. Here's the dollar. Dollar's barely down. And then we've got gold definitely heading lower. You can see this thing crescendoing throughout the morning, all the way down. And then we opened at 8 and it kind of found its balance. Here's the dollar, and I drew it like this. I've got a line coming through here, and then we've got another line coming through here. Potentially, this could be it. Potentially not. There's things that you can do to manipulate this. You can obviously take this line and draw it like that, potentially like that, where this could come down and tag it and come back up. But that's a potential possibility. You could draw another line through here as well. Looking at the 10-year went up. At the moment, I think that the 10-year is impacting, as it goes up, gold. In the medium term, if we still have high inflation rates and interest rates increase, I do think gold will go up. I think in the short term, we need higher rates of inflation that people need to see, and people need to believe that we have higher rates of inflation. If they believe it, then they'll swap over to buy gold. If they don't, which they don't at the moment, interest rates going up will negatively impact gold, perhaps. Perhaps. I don't know when that transition is going to be, but interest rates going higher, I do think it's going to be a tailwind. I've seen copper move up with higher yields. I also see oil going up with higher yields. So I think those are two good spots to look at. Here's gold. Gold did its breakout thing and then it sold back off. It is a large selling pressure day. Let's see what tomorrow brings, or next trading day brings us in next week. It looks like we're scribing out, and I'll put the bottom on here, a pattern, potentially. That pattern could look something, you could put it there or here, something like this, where we might be scribing out a pattern and might go a little bit longer. So that's the pattern I'm looking for, where we could then break to the upside, hopefully. Descending wedge pattern. Silver, downtrend line, it just broke it, and it's kind of hanging out on top of it right now. But we've got big buying pressure and small selling pressure, so that's still good. It still looks good. We just got to have the buyer step in. And we got a little contraction day on platinum. So that's big buying pressure, small sell-off, big buying pressure, small. So everything's intact to move higher on platinum. And then we've got copper. Copper is slowing down a little bit. You can see a large up day, a smaller large up day, and then a smaller large up day with a little wick at the top. We could be slowing down to kind of come back and do a little bit of a pullback before heading on up. The momentum is slowing a little bit. Maybe we have a small update of like a little small update. I'm trying to look for one somewhere else, but I don't see any. Like a small day like this might be next. But copper looks good. It broke its downtrend. Short to medium term should go up. Now, looking at the mining companies, they don't look nearly as bad. We broke the downtrend. We had big buying pressure. We sold off today, but it wasn't a huge sell-off. It's like the mining companies don't believe the sell-off in gold. And that's why it opened lower, but was purchased and bought throughout the day to move higher. If it were me, here's my guess. Someone pushed the physical price lower to load up on the mining companies to get better prices. There's my conspiracy theory. Okay, I had to get that out. Next, we broke the downtrend on this guy. Again, we sold off. We opened up lower in the morning, bounced down, and then came back up throughout the day. Doesn't look bad. The buyers are still in control. And we're seeing that with all these candlesticks. This is EXK Endeavor Silver. Buyers are in control. This thing didn't put in a large bearish engulfing, didn't put in any pattern like this pattern here. That's a bearish engulfing pattern, which means that the candlestick is telling us that we have a probability to go lower. It's a reversal day to go lower. But we don't have that. There's no reversal day. It's a light down day. I think we still have the buyers in control. Same with Newmont Mining. We broke this descending wedge pattern. We're moving on up. I'll show you the descending wedge pattern real quick. I've been showing a lot of these patterns in all the videos. There's the pattern right there. Broke out of it. A little bit of a small down day. I think it's still going to go up. That's my guess. We've got Yamana Gold here. Again, I don't see the big sell-off, at least not yet. Selling pressure. I think we can still go higher. Eldorado Gold did go higher. It sold off, but then came back up and put in a bullish engulfings, which means we could head higher here. We very well could. Franco-Nevada is putting a bullish engulfing pattern, which could move higher as well. And then we've got Sandstorm Gold. Again, not a big sell-off. I don't see the sellers here. I think we could head higher still. And Barrick Gold, small sell-off, not a huge down day. I think we're still okay. Looking at pattern here. And there you go. So everything's good. The downtrend's broken. We're still above the downtrend. I think we can move on up. That's what I think. So that's what I have for today on this. I don't think it looks bad at all. The only thing that I find kind of curious is the actual gold price. Like someone really tried to hammer that thing in the after hours. Kind of weird. Remember, there's a lot at stake here. And they're going to be trying to push and move this stuff around. But they're not, in my opinion, they're not going to be successful in doing it. You're going to see a flood of money come into gold at some point. Can't tell you when. And overpower the forces. When the flood of money comes, and it's coming, that's what I'm waiting for that day. So I'm in this stuff. I'm heavily invested in it. I'm a big platinum, silver, physical metal guy. I do own some physical gold. I know you guys had some questions on what are my allocations. I'm probably of just my physical holdings. I'm probably like 10% gold. I'm going to say 40% platinum, 60% silver. That's my holdings right now. I did purchase another ounce of platinum, which will be shipping in. I'll show you what that looks like when it gets here. It's another Pamp Swiss 1 ounce bar. That's what I got. It was a very good price. I did purchase it from eBay if you're interested. I buy whatever's cheap. So the bars are cheap right now. Valcambi bars, Pamp Swiss bars, those are the ones that I'm purchasing in platinum. Doesn't matter the size of it. They're all good. And I do have government issued coins, American Eagles, Canadian Maple Leafs, Austrian Philharmonics, in Platinum, the one thing that's different with platinum is the diameters and the thicknesses are all different on those. I would say American Eagle is kind of in the middle. The Maple Leaf is fatter and thicker. And then the Philharmonic is a lot bigger diameter, but much thinner. Those are the differences between the coins. So I'm very much in the bar camp, though. I just buy bars or something like that. And for silver, it doesn't really matter to me. And I know I had some questions on this. And where do I buy it? I've bought off of Craigslist. If you guys know what you're looking at and what you're doing, you can find good deals off other individuals. There are fakes, so watch out for fakes. I would stay away from Chinese pandas if you're not an expert in them. Do not buy Chinese pandas unless you know what you're doing. I would buy from the online bullion dealers, JM Bullion, SD Bullion, APMEX. Those are all good online spots. I usually get really good deals off of eBay, Craigslist, and stuff like that. But I also know what I'm doing. You can do ping tests for silver where you put a coin on your finger, you tap it with something that's metal like a screwdriver, and it'll go ping. If it's fake, it'll just go. It won't have that ping. So that's another way that you can tell. Platinum is just so dense that you can't really fake it. So you're going to get this bar, and it's very small but very heavy in density. Silver is a little bit different. So that's the update for today. Hopefully you guys are doing all right in your portfolios. What I'm doing is I'm holding on. I'm not changing my viewpoint at all. And hopefully you guys are doing the same. If you guys like the content, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.